Welcome to the deep dive. We are jumping right into something that might be the biggest thief of your attention,
Hmm.
that little device in your hand. Let's start with a statistic that should, genuinely make you stop and think. Our sources say the average person touches their phone 2,617 times a day.
Wow.
Think about that. That's not even using it. That's just an instinctive, almost subconscious reach for the screen every few seconds.
And when you add up all those little touches, all those little scrolls, the amount of time is just, it's alarming. Globally, people are spending an average of 7 hours a day on their phones.
7 hours.
7 hours.
Mhm.
And it's not just, a teenage thing. We see some pretty extreme examples in the research. South Korea is hitting around 8 hours a day. The USA, somewhere between 7 and 8. India, about 7 hours and 30 minutes.
That's a full-time job, a demanding one, with no pay, dedicated entirely to scrolling. So our mission in this deep dive is to really figure out, why is this happening? We're going to unpack the science behind this addiction. We'll look at the real consequences for your focus, your career, and then most importantly, we're going to lay out a practical 7-step plan to help you escape the trap and, well, take back your life.
Let's start with that cost, the immediate cost.
Right.
What actually happens when you're just lost in that infinite scroll? Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, even just binge watching Netflix for hours on end.
Right.
The evidence is just overwhelming. Your studies suffer, your career hits a wall, productivity just plummets. And it's all because that ability to focus on one thing for a long time, it disappears.
And you see these, like, really visceral symptoms in people's daily lives. The sources talk about this dependency where, people feel genuine stress if they can't get to their phone for even an hour.
Oh, absolutely. It goes from frustration to anxiety and sometimes even, real fury.
And the habits. Checking your phone before you even brush your teeth, or taking it into the washroom like it's some essential accessory.
Right. It's way beyond a simple habit at that point. It's a psychological crutch. And that reliance is exactly why scientists are now drawing these pretty dramatic comparisons. The most shocking thing in the sources is that they compare the social media addiction directly to substance abuse. We're talking drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, and especially gambling.
Okay, but that sounds a little extreme. Is that comparison scientifically fair, or is it just for shock value?
No, it's a great question, but it is fair. It's fair because the comparison is about the mechanism in the brain, not the substance itself.
Okay.
The craving a drug addict feels for the next dose is neurologically similar to the craving you feel for the next notification, endless scrolling. It's the same behavioral loop as being trapped by a slot machine.
So it's about the brain's reward system.
Exactly. Just like alcohol damages the brain over time, social media literally changes your brain's reward pathways. It conditions you to want that instant, easy pleasure.
And this affects everyone. It's not just, people who are already struggling.
Hmm.
The sources even give the example of the actor Tom Holland.
Spider-Man himself.
Right. He admitted he was completely obsessed, constantly checking for likes, for comments, after every single post he made.
And he said it wasn't fun. It was actually making him more anxious, more insecure.
Yeah, until he finally just deleted the apps
Hmm.
for his own mental health.
Mhm.
And if it can get to someone with that level of success, it just shows you how powerful this system really is.
Which brings us to how this whole thing starts. It usually begins with the comparison trap. You open an app and you're just immediately hit with the best, most filtered version of everyone else's life.
Mm. The vacation in Paris, the new car.
The perfect relationship. And you're sitting there comparing your messy, complicated real life to their highlight reel.
And even if you know it's fake,
Right.
intellectually, they used a filter. They're not showing their bad days.
Exactly. Even when it still hits you on an emotional level, you start to feel inadequate. And then what do?
You scroll more.
You scroll more, looking for a distraction, looking for your own little piece of validation.
And that's where the hard neuroscience comes in, that little hit you're looking for. Let's talk about dopamine hacking.
Right. So dopamine is that feel-good chemical.
Hmm.
Your brain releases it when you achieve something or eat your favorite food or when you get a like, a comment, a notification,
An unexpected reward.
an unexpected variable reward. And that's the key. This is the gambling analogy made digital.
Okay, let's break that down because this is where it gets really, really interesting.
So with a fixed reward, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You press a button, you get a candy. It's nice, but it's not addictive.
Okay.
But with a variable reward, like a slot machine or like refreshing your social media feed, you pull the lever or you pull down the screen and you have no idea what's coming. Is it going to be nothing? 1 like, 10 likes, Some amazing news.
And it's the not knowing that keeps you pulling the lever.
That's what gets you hooked. Your brain wants to find out what the reward might be.
And that reward is instant. Unlike, say, studying for an exam or going to the gym.
Precisely. Those good habits, they take months, maybe years to pay off. There's no instant six-pack, no instant degree. So your dopamine-hacked brain will always choose the instant fun of the scroll over the long, hard work of success.
And it is so crucial to understand. As a source of stress, this is not an accident. You are not weak. This is engineered.
Meticulously engineered. You have brilliant people engineers, data scientists, psychologists, whose entire job every single day is to figure out how to keep you addicted.
With things like auto-playing videos, endless scrolling.
And recommendation algorithms that know you better than you know yourself. They're all designed to capture and control your attention because your attention is what they sell to advertisers.
So if they're selling your time, let's talk about what you're actually losing. What is the real price you're paying?
Let's do the math. The sources lay it out pretty clearly. Let's use a conservative number, say 5 hours of phone use a day. Many people are higher, but let's stick with 5.
Okay, 5 hours a day,
That's 35 hours a week.
which is almost another full-time job.
It is. That's 140 hours a month, which adds up to 1,680 hours a year.
1,680 hours. That sounds like a lot.
It is. And if you convert that into, continuous 20 or 47 time, it equals 70 full days.
Wait,
70 full days of your life, wasted every single year.
70 days, just gone. To refreshing and consuming content. Let that sink in for a second. Last year, you lost 70 days. An entire season of your life vanished into someone else's highlight reel.
And the opportunity cost is just immense.
What could you have done with 70 extra days? I mean, you could learn to code, become fluent in a language, write a novel, start a business.
Get into the best shape of your life. That's the real cost.
The sources tell this cautionary tale about two friends, Alex and Ryan.
Right. Alex was always on his phone, always distracted, always chasing that next notification. Ryan, on the other hand, made a conscious choice. He drastically cut back on social media, and he funneled that time into his goals.
And 5 years later, the difference was just stark. Alex is pretty much in the same place, still frustrated, still wondering why he wasn't making progress.
Because his time and focus were always being stolen.
Meanwhile, Ryan had built a great career, he'd traveled the world, he'd used his time intentionally.
And that's the hard truth, isn't it? If you don't change your habits today, 5 years from now, you're likely going to be in the exact same spot wondering what happened.
So if this is an engineered problem, we need an engineered solution. Let's get into the practical, actionable plan, the 7 steps to escape.
Okay, step 1 is the foundation. You have to truly understand that it's a trap. Internalize the fact that these apps aren't designed for a quick 10-minute check-in. They're designed to keep you for hours.
So you have to ask yourself that question before you even pick up the phone. Am I using this app or is this app using me?
Exactly. Step 2 is, honestly, a game changer. Turn
Oh,
off
wait.
notifications.
Every single one.
Every non-essential one. Every beep, every buzz, every little red bubble breaks your concentration. The research shows it takes an average of 23 minutes to get back into a state of deep focus after you've been interrupted.
23 minutes.
Yeah.
Just from one notification. Wow.
Turning them off literally gives you hours of your brain power back every day.
Okay, step 3. This is a great little mental trick for breaking that automatic habit. It's the 5-second rule.
I love this one.
Your hand just sort of reaches for your phone,
Yeah.
right, before you even think about it. So the moment you feel that urge, you interrupt the pattern. You just count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that little pause is just enough time for your rational brain to kick in and ask, wait, do I really need to do this right now? What am I even looking for?
It's about creating a moment of intention.
Precisely. Step 4 is about building walls in a world that has none. Set clear time limits. You have to decide ahead of time what's an acceptable amount of usage for you. Maybe it's 30 minutes a day.
And then you use technology against itself. Use your phone's own screen time settings or an app blocker to enforce that limit.
The key is you're making the decision when you're clear-headed, not when you're in the middle of a craving. It's pre-commitment.
Okay, step 5 is probably the most important for long-term success. Replace social media with real life.
Yes. Because most of our scrolling isn't out of need, it's out of boredom.
Right.
So you have to actively fill that empty space. Go outside, take a walk, read a book that actually teaches you something, learn a skill,
Talk to a real human being.
talk to a real person,
Yeah.
exercise. The more rewarding and interesting your actual life is, the less you'll care about the digital illusion.
Step 6 is about making the temptation itself less tempting.
Right.
Make your phone less addictive.
This is about adding friction. So first, set your screen to black and white.
Oh, that's a good one. All those colorful, shiny app icons suddenly look dull and boring.
It instantly makes them less appealing to your brain. Then, move all your social media apps off the home screen, put them in a folder on the last page.
Out of sight, out of mind.
And the best friction technique of all, log out after every single use.
That sounds annoying.
It is. And that's the point. Having to type your password every time is just enough of a hassle to make you stop and think, do I really want to do this?
I can see how that would work. Okay, finally, step 7, the big one.
The ultimate reset button. Go on a 7-day social media detox.
Just delete the apps.
Delete them all for 1 week. See what happens. Use those 35 or more hours you're going to get back to focus on your goals, on your family, on your health, on sleep.
And what did the sources say happens after that week?
Overwhelmingly, people report feeling calmer, happier, and way more focused. They realize how little they actually missed it and how much it was costing them.
So when you boil it all down, the central lesson here is, it's really simple, isn't it?
It is. Your time is your single most valuable, non-renewable asset. And there are billion-dollar companies working around the clock to steal it from you for their own profit.
We've laid out the mechanics of the trap, and we've given you the map to get out.
It's just about making that choice today. Just, visualize it. Waking up tomorrow and feeling clear, not immediately reaching for your screen. Imagine getting those 70 days back this year and actually investing them in yourself instead of just scrolling through the lives of strangers. It's totally possible.
One day, you will look back on your life, and the question you're going to have to answer is not whether you liked a post, but whether you liked your choices. Did I live my own life, or did I just scroll through it? Did I chase my dreams, or did I waste my time watching others live theirs? The time to claim your 70 days back is now.